Welcome back, students. This is module 1, topic 2, lesson 2 and part 2. The name of the lesson is Principle of Maximum Social Advantage. In the last part, we discussed the theory which is given by Dalton. Now here we will be discussing the second part, that is Musgrave's approach. Musgrave is also the name of the economist, and his approach about this we have to discuss. According to Musgrave, the taxation and public expenditure should be carried out up to that level where satisfaction obtained from the last unit of money spent is equal to the sacrifice from the last unit of money taken in taxes. That means it should be carried out up to that point where the marginal social benefit is equal to marginal social sacrifice. Now we will see in the diagram. So that in other words I can tell you that it should be carried out up to the point where marginal social benefit is equal to marginal social sacrifice. That means the satisfaction obtained from the last unit of money spent is equal to the sacrifice from the last unit of money taken in taxes. The diagrammatical explanation, we will see how we can prove it. In this diagram, along with the x-axis, we are measuring amount of taxation and public expenditure, and along with y-axis we are measuring marginal social sacrifice and marginal social benefit. Now the curve EE, look at the curve, this EE curve, the curve EE represents the marginal social benefits MSB of the successive units of money spent as public expenditure allocated optimally between different public uses. It falls from left to right. It is MSB, that is falls from left to right because as public expenditure increases, MSB declines. This is about EE curve, which is MSB curve. Now look at the diagram. TT represents marginal social sacrifice. MSS, as the additional units of taxation are raised from the people, MSS increases. Accordingly, the curve TT slopes downwards from left to right. It shows MSS. TT curve shows MSS, EE curve shows MSB. NN, this line, NN measures marginal net benefit. Marginal net benefit. MNB, marginal net benefit, which is derived from successive addition to the public budget. MNB is calculated by deducting MSS from MSB. Now see the vertical distance between EE curve and TT curve measures MNB, the vertical distance. Here look at the distance between this MSS and MSB curve. This MSB curve, it is E is the MSB curve and this TT is the MSS curve, and in between the NN we is measuring the net, so marginal net benefits, and the vertical distance between EE and TT curve measures MNB at different sizes of the budget. Now in the diagram, of the optimum size of the budget is determined at OM, where MNB is 0. At this size of the budget, the marginal social benefit is equal to marginal social sacrifice. Since MSB and MSS are measured in opposite directions, marginal net benefit is 0 at M. At this point, MNB curve NN cuts the x-axis here. MNB curve and NN cuts X axis. At the point to the left of M, say M1, if we see about the M1, MSB will be greater than MSS and MNV will be positive. It is beneficial to increase the size of the budget as long as MNB is positive. So there will be a tendency to move from M1 towards M. From M1 towards M. If the budget size exceeds M, for example M2, then MSS will exceed MSB and MNB will be negative. Therefore, it will be beneficial for the government to cut down the size of the budget and move from M2 to M. So, according to Musgrave, the optimum size of budget is given by the point where marginal net benefit is 0. This point corresponds to the point of maximum social advantage, and at this point MSS is equal to MSB. This is what you have to explain about the diagram. The diagram you have to show in this way. Now the last point of this topic is what are the limitations of the principle of maximum social advantage. The theory is criticized on various grounds. So what are the limitations that we will see? Number one, objective measurement not possible. The marginal benefits of public expenditure and marginal disutility or sacrifice of public revenue are the concepts whose objective measurement is extremely difficult. Second, large budget size. It is impossible to determine the particular size of budget that will maximize welfare of the community. Third, unrealistic assumptions. Many assumptions of the theory are unrealistic. Fourth, lack of divisibility. It is not possible to divide public expenditure and taxes in small units. Next, ignores non-tax revenue. Non-tax revenues like fines, penalties, etc. are equally important as a source of revenue, but it is totally ignored. Next, changes in conditions. Conditions in the economy are not static. They are continuously changing. What might be considered as the point of maximum social advantage under some conditions may not be so under some other conditions. Next, different periods. It is not possible to equate marginal benefits of expenditure over projects relating to different time periods. Next, non-economic implications. There are various taxes and public expenditure measures whose social and political impact are far greater than their economic effects. And it is not possible to objectively measure non-economic effects of public finance. The last limitation, conceptual differences. Taxes are paid by the individuals and the sacrifice involved is felt at an individual or macro level, whereas public expenditure gives rise to public goods that are jointly consumed by all in a community. So benefits are felt at macro level. So it is not possible nor desirable to compare micro and macro concepts by using the same criteria. These are the limitations of this theory. Students, there are two questions very important in this topic. Number one, critically evaluate the principle of maximum social advantage, where you have to give the theory of Dalton and here the Musgrave's approach towards this maximum social benefit. So these are the two important theories here, and separate question can be asked on that. You have to give the explanation with the diagram. Without diagram if you give the explanation, you will not be getting good marks. Whenever there is a diagram in the answer, diagrams are equally important as your explanation. Thank you very much.